On our 10th anniversary, I wore the red dress he said made me look dangerous, and I even shaved my legs for the first time in months. The restaurant was crowded, but I didn't care. I was dizzy on wine, waiting for him to say something real, maybe finally admit he'd been distant. Instead, he handed me a tiny velvet box, and I tried to ignore the way his hands shook. Before I could open it, a woman I'd never seen stormed up to our table, eyes wild, and dropped his wedding ring in my bread plate like a threat. She looked at me, then at him, and said, "He told me you died last year." My heart stopped. He froze, mouth open, like a kid caught stealing. I laughed because it was so insane, but she wasn't joking. "He's been living with me for 8 months, she spat, mourning his dead wife. The whole restaurant went silent except for the sound of my fork clattering to the floor. He started stammering, something about protecting me, about loving us both, about not knowing how to choose. She called him a coward and walked out, and I sat there, numb, staring at the ring, realizing it was from a pawn shop. He reached for my hand but I yanked it away, suddenly aware of every lie that had built the last year of my life. The waiter came by with our dessert, not knowing he was setting it down in the wreckage. I looked at my husband and saw a stranger. But here's the twist, as I watched him beg, I realized I'd spent the last year pretending to love him, too, afraid to be alone, even if it meant living a lie. The real betrayal was how much of myself I'd given up for a marriage already dead and buried.